Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. So today's, or I guess this evening's project is going to be new tie rod ends for the Fummins. I have one on the, actually, let me just go ahead and show you. Alright, so as you can tell by that short clip, the upper passenger tie rod end itself is completely, well, toast. And take your favorite parts motivator, come in various styles and weights. This just happens to be the one I can get my hands on first. There is what they call a pickle fork for it, where it just basically looks like for those of you musicians, like a tuning fork, and then basically wedges itself as you beat on it with a hammer. But typically what you can do is take the hammer, beat it around like the equipment arm itself. That'll help vibrate it loose, and then you just smack down on it. It'll knock itself loose. Try not to, do what I did and knock yourself in the finger with a hammer. Alright, so seeing as tape measures at my house are like 10 millimeters and they disappear when you're not looking, just gonna have to count the threads. And just do it that way. Nice and solid. Not so nice and solid. Let's take a 15 millimeter socket. So what I'm going to do now is just basically from that end facing this way, as it would be in the truck, well, kind of, or opposite of the other one. Just going to count the threads. So 1, 2. So it's about 20 threads on that one now. So what I gotta do now is go get a wrench and a socket to loosen this up. So this is basically just a retainer to make sure it doesn't back itself out over time. So let me go grab a pair of 13s. For that, because or I might go ahead and grab the 12s just in case. It should be 13. And then I'll loosen this up. I'll spin this one. I'll probably retighten this side, or at least make it snuggish, and then spin the long one out, spin the new one in, get it about right, kind of snug it up, and then do the same with this side, get it in about the right, and then see if it fits in the truck all right. Alright, so I got it, assembled, if you will. So what I'm going to try and do is get it up in the truck, see how it fits up, and then make adjustments to it. I went into the pickup itself, make sure the steering wheel was center, because the steering wheel's always kind of been a little off, and I don't know if it's because it's, this, joint at the pitman arm and the one at the passenger tire were, they've been goofed for a while, but we're gonna try and square that up, so that way, with that new steering box and new tie rod ends, it should steer like a new pickup. This end stuck in through the passenger knuckle. This end's about probably an inch and a half off. So I'll probably do a full turn in on this side because we got good, really good contact on this side for the clamp. And then this one's got good contact, but it could be better. So we're gonna go one full turn in on this side, and then probably a turn and a half. I gotta square this end and this end up because they were off. So that's, I'm gonna leave, when I get back under it after I make the turns, I'll leave this side loose so that way I can adjust it as it goes. So let's make some quick adjustments real quick and then try it again. Alright, so we're back after a little battery change in the old GoPro and a drink replacement. Because while today is, on the calendar, the first day of fall, I believe for Texas it's back ordered for the next 3 weeks. So it is still above 90 degrees out. So, that being said, gotta stay hydrated. You know, whatever that means for you. Alright, so hindsight's could have actually gone about 6 turns in on the drag link. Because as you probably just seen right there, took a good number of turns to get it where it needed to be. But it's still got some threads for adjustment each direction, so I'm not worried about it. Gotta get contact for the clamp, which is the most important piece of it. Dual steering stabilizers that I'm actually probably just gonna take off, but I'm gonna take this one nut and bolt off right here, and that'll allow me to drop that tie rod crossover tube, and same on this side. Take that nut and bolt off, and then I can drop that tie rod out after I loosen it up, and then I'll take the U-bolt clamps off of it once it's off, and then from there I'll do basically the same thing I did for this one. As loose as that was, I was uncomfortable with it. It didn't death wobble, probably because of these stabilizers. Because in my opinion, it actually should have death wobbled a lot. But its funky tracking is kind of what threw me to look at it. So, that being said, let me get the socket found for these. And then we'll get this dropped out and get them swapped over. Slide that out of the way. And now, my favorite part. Boom! Now we'll go to the other side, do the same thing. Take the stabilizer shock off. And then use my favorite persuasion device. Eventually, I'm going to have a big enough toolbox. It's going to be a drawer of these. I'm going to call it my Jeremy Clarkson drawer. Those that have watched Top Gear or the Grand Tour will get the reference. apparently does not want to go. There it goes. Just had to bump it just right. So just knocking the bolt out, sliding the sleeve down so that way it's on there, and then go ahead and start throwing it in. Alright, so I'm not actually too far off. So I'm going to go one more turn in on this side. And that should drop it into place. And we'll snug everything up and kind of see where it falls from there. Actually, I need to go turn out wide. Then put the new nut on it. Oh, that's the old one. I just gotta find the new one. That should be laying around here somewhere. But so now all I gotta do, tighten this back up, put this back. So tighten, tighten, tighten. Snug all that up. Gotta tighten that one. Tighten this one up. Put the cotter pin in it. And then that'll be it. And then get the old alignment checked. You know, make sure all this stuff's good and tight. Don't want it going nowhere or nothing. So yeah, go ahead and finish this up real quick. Alright, so that's going to go ahead and conclude out this video. Ideally, you want to keep up on your maintenance so you're not having to replace parts like this every 3.5 years. So, but hopefully it's informative for somebody. So I did get all this stuff, you know, not sponsored or nothing, but I did get all this stuff from 1A Auto. It was a lot cheaper than buying Moog, even through Rock Auto. So I got all 4 pieces for $156 shipped. I think I ordered it Thursday. I had them today, which is Monday, first day of fall. So that concludes the video. You know, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Comment anything you'd like to see different, or you know, products to use different maybe next time, because I imagine I'll need to do this again on this truck. Other than that, y'all have a good one.